Hello everyone, I'm Virginia. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Thank you guys so much for watching. So today I've got another list of shows for you guys. Most of them are on Netflix or Amazon Prime, and today's genre is going to be the kind of crime or historical genre. So let's get started. Okay, so in this category, I have some things which may fall into more crime solving or like murder mystery, but then I also have a few things which fall kind of into the more historical drama type of genre. So first up on the list, I have a show. It's a little bit older and it's American, and it definitely falls into the crime category, or at least I hope it doesn't fall into the historical category, but that show is Dexter. So Dexter was on quite a few years ago, but it was a very, very good show. I think it was like 6 or 7 seasons, and I was able to watch it on Netflix. I'm not sure where it lives now. Also, if you guys know about Dexter but maybe haven't watched it, just be aware that it is actually falling towards the more humorous rather than the more dramatic. There are obviously extremely dramatic things going on, but it kind of has like a sarcastic or humorous undertone. So if you're looking for something like that, then this one would actually be a great one to check out. So next up on the list, I kind of have two shows. One is an American show, and it was called Suits when it was on. It was actually on for quite a while. There are definitely like 6 or 7 seasons, so you can keep watching that for quite a while. And there is actually a Korean version. The Korean version is not exactly like the American version, but it is on Netflix. So if you guys want to check that out, then that is where you can find it. Now, Suits does have a very comedic kind of undertone, even though there is a lot of drama going on, but it is also a very easy show to watch. Now, the other show that I have for you is Korean, and it's actually called Hyena. Now, that one is on Netflix right now. It is such a good show, and it does have a very comedic undertone. It would fall into the kind of legal drama type of genre. However, there are a lot of things going on that kind of deal with corruption and crime, and that's why I put it in this category. It is a very easy show to watch through, and it's only like 24 episodes. So I would definitely recommend checking out one of those, either Suits, which is American, Suits, which is Korean, or Hyena, which is also Korean. Another show which I wanted to mention is quite a few seasons, and that is the show Fargo. So Fargo was based on the American movie, which was out quite a few years ago, but the new TV show is actually very good, very cinematic, although it is a TV show, and it's definitely something that keeps you going. It is kind of dark and gritty, but it also has that very, very iconic Fargo humor that happens. So it is definitely a show that I would recommend that you guys check out. I actually had this show which I really, really liked, and I had to add it. And it is a historical show which was on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's still on Netflix, and I'm pretty sure it was also like 3 seasons. It may have run 4, but I think I've only been able to find 3 of them. And that is the French-Canadian show Versailles. So obviously Versailles falls into the historical category. It does follow King Louis XIV, so that is more what it is about rather than some of the later kings. But it is such a good show, and it is very kind of personal and in-depth. It takes something that's very historical and boils it down into a very kind of like personal story, and I really loved it. Now, it also does fall into the crime category actually, because they are trying to solve quite a few underlying plot lines dealing with corruption or murder or quite a few different things. So this show, I feel like, is a perfect blend of historical and crime. Versailles is also such a beautiful and cinematically filmed show, so it's something that's not only easy to watch, but is also so pretty. Another show I have for you which falls into the historical category, although I'm not sure how historically accurate it's supposed to be, is the show Poldark. Now, that show was on kind of BBC like PBS for a while, but you might be able to find it somewhere else. It is a very good show, very good for people who really like historical TV shows, and the main actors are so strong and so great. So it's definitely one that I would check out. It has quite a few seasons. I was watching it while it was on BBC PBS, I think. So it was actually only like 2 or 3 seasons at that time, but I'm pretty sure it has kept going. And now I am pretty sure that it's up to 5 or 6 seasons, but it is a very good show. It is British, and it is set in Cornwall, kind of in the Revolutionary era. So if that's something that you're interested in, you should definitely check it out. So this next show that I have for you will take you to modern day Hong Kong. This show, I'm pretty sure, is a joint British and Hong Kong production. I'm not exactly sure, but it is on Amazon, so if you guys are interested, then you should definitely check it out. Now, it does fall under 2 titles, so you will either find it under the title Stranger, or you will find it under the title White Dragon. Yes, I know those titles aren't anything alike, but those are the 2 titles you will find it under. Now, it will definitely fall into the crime category, as the entire show is pretty much set up around trying to solve a murder. So if that's what you guys are interested in, it's very gritty and a very interesting show because it is kind of half set between England and Hong Kong. Also, it is only 1 season, and I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a second based on how the show ends. So if you guys are looking for something to watch through quickly, it's definitely something to look into. I did find it to be a very unique show, so if you guys are interested, you should definitely check it out. And the next show that I have for you would definitely fall into the historical category. It is actually an American show, and quite a bit of it is actually in English. However, they are speaking multiple languages because they have people from so many different countries in this one TV show. And that is the show which was on Netflix, and it's called Marco Polo. So that show, I think, ran 2 or 3 seasons, and then there was actually a spin-off about one of the characters in Marco Polo. So if you guys are interested in that, it might keep you going for a while. I actually found it to be a very interesting and intriguing show just because you don't see that type of historical drama as much in American television. So if you guys are interested in it, it's definitely something to check out. And it is about Marco Polo's kind of time in Mongolia while he was exploring that area, or sort of stuck in that area, depending on which year you're looking into. But it was a very good show in my opinion, so if you guys are interested, then definitely check it out. So the next show that I have for you is actually Taiwanese, and it's a show that's on Netflix, and it would 100% fall into the crime category. Now, it actually is a really good show, and instead of it being about a whole bunch of different crimes, it's kind of just about this one person's life as he deals with this crime that he's committed and now kind of has to pay for the repercussions of, and that show is called Nowhere Man. So this show was actually very good. I really liked it. And it actually only is, I think, 12 episodes or something, so it's a very, very short watch, but it is actually very interestingly shot. There are some very artsy things going on in the show, despite how kind of gritty and dark the plot is. It is a very, very well told story, so if you guys are interested in checking something like that out, it is actually on Netflix. Another show that I have for you is actually a British television show, and it ran for a few seasons, but it is definitely not on the air anymore, and that is the show Sherlock. So I had to recommend Sherlock, obviously based on the classical idea of Sherlock Holmes, except in a very modernized way. It is a very humorous show and something that will definitely keep you guys going for a while, and it is so funny and well acted, so I definitely had to recommend this one. Also, when I watched it, it was on Netflix, so if you guys can find it there, then you should definitely check it out. The next show that I have for you guys is kind of an honorable mention. It is a show that I really liked, and I watched through it very quickly. It's only, I think, 20 episodes or something like that, and it is definitely on Netflix because it's a Korean television show, and that show is Itaewon Class. So if you guys like Korean dramas, or if you guys even haven't seen maybe Korean dramas but you want to try them out, I would definitely recommend the show Itaewon Class. It is pretty much a brand new show, so I do think it is great for people who maybe haven't seen Korean dramas, and I do think it kind of encapsulates what Korean dramas maybe sometimes are like or can be. So if you guys are interested, you should definitely check it out on Netflix. It is a mixture of so many things. There is crime going on, which is why I put it in this category. Basically, the main plot is that someone is trying to avenge a person who they love who has been killed, but there is also so much other stuff going on in the show that I don't really want to just boil it down like that. There are parts of it that are funny, there are parts of it that are really sad, and it's just a very, very good show and super easy to watch through. So if you guys are interested, you should definitely check out Itaewon Class on Netflix. So if you guys are interested in other dramas, down in the description box, I do have other genres. I've done comedy, supernatural, documentary, quite a few. They're all listed down below. If you guys like this type of video, please subscribe and hit that subscribe button. I do have other genres of TV shows coming out, so just go ahead and look out for those. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you guys have any historical crime shows that I did not mention, please list them down in the comment section. I hope you guys all like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.